Oh, we'll walk around the compound once again.
Oh, once again.
Yes, we'll walk around the compound once again.
Oh, once again.
Yes, it's time to see some cats.
Let's grab a blanket and some snacks.
Oh, we'll walk around the compound once again.
Kiki. Kiara. 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 Come get your medicine. Kiara. Come. Kiara. Kiki. Kiki. Hi. Hello. Come over here. Listen to the birds. The birds are telling you to come hither. To get your supplements. Get your Popeye pills. Make you feel big and strong. No, don't. Okay. She was laying down, and then she got up, and now she's laying back down. Great. All right. We'll try again later. Oh, look at that. Uncanny aim. Uncanny aim. I did the old skyhook, which you run the risk, because that doesn't always, okay. That's one of those, you gotta know like when. Not sure why, but my video just randomly turned off. Maybe it was because I was also holding, I was holding my phone weird, and I think I may have tapped one of the side buttons. Yeah, there's so many different things that go into the decision. Should I throw a med ball or not? One, has the cat in question been fickle and finicky with meds for a more prolonged period of time? Have they not gotten their meds? Then it's like, okay, maybe we have to kind of devise some other solutions. Coax them with toys or food over to the fence first and then do the med ball. Sometimes it's just a simple matter of just getting them, if you can get them to the fence. The meds, that's a nice truck. That's cool. I like that. It's old, maybe like early 80s. Early 80s Dodge. I'm looking at old trucks. Been looking at them. Want to find a something maybe like late 70s, early 80s pickup, retirement gift from me to me. Oh, hi. Hello. Hey, beautiful. Good girl. Oh boy. Oh boy. Jeepers Crim. She's feeling the bird song. It's the birds. It's the birds and the dew. You know, the zest for life has nothing to do with the fact that she's just got just wildly raging hormones. In desperate need of some male attention. Some handsome boy tiger to come for a visit. You know, a stripey call, as they call it. See, but back to my original point. Talking about meds, because I've got more meds. This is Luca's right here. Those are Antinol pills. They're a little ants on a log kind of effect that we have going on. I didn't feel comfortable and confident tossing Luca's because he was not in an appropriate position. He seemed a little, that's the other thing, reading the cats too. Okay, if I toss this, like they do look like they're perked up enough to then be inspired to go get it. And that requires, I would say, a bit of experience with these animals, understanding how to read them, knowing their demeanors, being familiar with like just the different animals and their personalities, and saying like, yeah, like in the past when I've tried this maneuver, it's worked. Firebug, come get your meds. Firebug, fire. Good girl. Okay. So then, now, what we do is that we push the pills down. We push the pills. We push the pills. Push the pills. Push the pills. Then we scoop the pill. And then. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Very good at taking meds. Medicines. Which is really just mostly vitamins. She got taurine for her eyes. Because her eyes, just ever since she was little, she's just had eye problems. And she got glutamine to help inhibit natural muscle loss that comes with aging. Antinol, which is those kind of orangish, maroonish kind of pills at the top. That's to help with joint pain, and it controls inflammation, and it's a natural supplement, and that stuff is truly amazing. It really does take the place of like we used to have the cats on just cocktails of traditional pharmaceuticals back in the day to help manage their pain, age-related pain, normal stuff, wear and tear, arthritis, etc. You give them, your more traditional pharmaceuticals, and that's that kind of catch-22, rob Peter to pay Paul sort of conundrum, where, yes, I'm managing your pain, but what's it doing to your intestines? What's it doing to your liver, your kidneys? So then we find Antinol. It's basically a magical salve that works even better than those other traditional pharmaceuticals as a pain management system without the side effects. This is not this is not an ad for Antinol. I'm just saying, like, it has been a tremendous game changer here. Melita, this is a pretty regular thing. She never wants to come down to get her med. It's like, so we have to save it. So we'll save it for later. So like Luca, and you never know which cat on any given day is going to come and get their meds. It's always a little bit different. Meet pita. Come here. Oh, do you want this? Come on. Come get your medicines. Come on. Get your medicines. Let's go. Meet pita. Come on. Let's go. And she's just like, no, but I'm in my flower pot and I feel comfy and I kind of don't want to get up. But she'll get up later. She'll get up later in the afternoon and she'll do her walkabouts and she'll do her steps. She'll get her laps in. But in the morning time, it's contemplative flower pot hour. Yeah, it's contemplative flower pot hour. That's Melita's la-la time. This is her la-la time. It's la-la morning and it's her la-la time and it's okay. Meet pita. Come on. Let's go. Sometimes you can successfully convince her to get up. Because every cat that you can successfully convince to get up in the morning, then you don't have to come back later on during midday or early afternoon to try to, re-engage. Being like, all right, that last time didn't work out. How about now? So we're going to have to come back later. That's fine. I'm fine. I saw you stinking earlier. I saw you stink facing. Didn't know what that was all about. F-F-F-Oof. Right? Oh. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. Another kitty cat. Getting some medicines. Yeah, getting some medicines. Okay. because she's so old. Everyone else gets 4 Antinol pills, but she is just so old. She gets 5. I know. She's like, give me my drugs. These are all natural supplements. These are all natural. She's like, yeah. Sure, man. It's natural, man. It comes from the earth, man. Well, I'm sure that glutamine is probably a little bit more of a synthesized kind of thing. But you can get glutamine at like GNC's. It's like a common bodybuilding supplement. Look at you, we are in the middle of shed season. There's so much shed. Someone's been building sheds all over your face. What happened? This dang nighttime carpenter elves building sheds all over these poor tigers. Can't get a wink of sleep. Just, you wake up, just random sheds everywhere. Needle. Needle. Hi. Hello. How you doing? You know, I was walking around giving some meds, which is one of the everyday morning duties that we have to do here at the Center for Animal Research and Education. And I did see, a few up and at 'em, kind of bright and shinies. So of course you sit there and think like, yeah, you know what, it might be a decent cast time. There's birds chirping. We had a little bit of morning mist. There's dew everywhere. Joe's up there somewhere. Let's pop the old cameras on. See what we can see. And with that, hello, you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hi, hello. I cleaned up a little bit. Went to a nice barber, and Heidi likes it. She likes it a bit. When I came home, she's like, it's okay, all right. I prefer this over, crazy homeless prospector thing that you had going on for a few months there. So wait, I gotta get a good thumbnail. This is like kind of a look that you see, guys, they get to a certain age, but it's like, they start like lifting a lot and yeah. So. Yeah, there you go. That's intense. I'm totally fighting middle age. Look. We've been getting a good deal of rain. We've been getting a decent amount of rain. Over the course of the last week. But thank goodness it's only been, there's been thunderstorms. But luckily the ones that have come directly over here have not been bad. They haven't been too intense. Thank goodness. Because there have been some very strong thunderstorms actually going through. Just doing a lot of damage and sadly hurting people. Out in the, in the plains region. So, thoughts and prayers go to anyone that has been affected by some of the storms in just the last few days. And it's always hi. This season, the springtime season, for your Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Alabama, Georgia, you know, like that there's a lot of stuff goes on in that region. A lot of very intense weather. Oh boy. Oh geez. That was a delayed. See, it's been very windy. We've been getting a lot of wind. And I'd say that the wind and the rain probably have they weakened her supports. You know, like the struts close to the ground. And we finally, even though like everything is relatively calm right now, we finally saw the structural collapse. The engineering failure. Luckily, we were able to get everyone evacuated from the area. You know, before the Mika slide. The Mika Lanch. But of course, you know, like every springtime you have to sit there and you have to think about like, okay, well, how is everything? How are the cats? How are the enclosures? Like there's a lot of checks and re-strengthening type activities that have to take place. And luckily you have to sit there and think about sometimes like the enclosures themselves, they, you know, wind can pass through, even like extremely high strength winds, you know, from Magical Sky Spinny Boys. And a lot of times they can pass through the stuff. It's not so much about like, you know, you worry about the enclosures themselves getting ripped up, but you worry about stuff breaking off and then hitting something, injuring or then causing some sort of structural kind of thing. But even then, luckily Heidi had the good sense to build these enclosures very stoutly. I mean, a lot of them you can drive a truck into them. And they'd be probably all right. Or, you know, like one average size raw. Either a truck or an average size raw. Which is a thinly veiled fat joke. This is something about this section. There's like a weird kind of like radiation effect. Calories get absorbed differently over here. Not bad. And then sometimes, you know, sometimes you have like that polar bear like bonjour meme. Sometimes you'll run across people who'll be like, "Oh my God, I love thunder." And don't get me wrong, like there's something that is awe-inspiring and there can be like a lot of beauty in thunderstorms, but there's a limit, especially if you live in places where they can get particularly intense. You know, yeah, it's one thing to be like, oh, like there's a little bit of rain and a little bit of kind of thunder, maybe some, but when it gets like strong, you're just like, I'd rather not. I don't need to see. I've seen enough. I've seen like the amount of weather forecasting and then driving, specifically in this extremely active region, all across a lot of different areas in the American Southeast, which is the most active thunderstorm region in the world. I spent a lot of time in Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Hi. Then, you know, you might get like people might say like, oh, I really like thunderstorms. But usually they're not people who work outside. And usually people who say they're usually not people who work outside, not people who like have animals that live outside. It's different. It's well, what are your life circumstances? And I'm like, well, I spend a lot of time in my apartment and I work in an office. I'm like, okay. In Hawaii. And I'm like, oh, well, we never get thunderstorms. So this is, yeah. Like an example of that might be like, you know, someone going to visit like a rural area of India and then saying to like, you know, the host family, like, man, I really hope we can see some leopards, like, because I think leopards are beautiful and I like leopards and leopards are so cool. And like one of the people are like, yeah, leopard killed my uncle. And it's kind of like your experience is different, you know, whether, yeah. Ezra, get your medicine. Get your medicine. Get your medicine. You are too big and too young to have this sort of, you know, like, I'm sleepy and I'm tired and I don't want to get up. And oh my gosh, my bones. And no, you don't get to use that excuse. Ezzy, choo. Don't you flip your tail like that. You get over here, mister. You get over here and you have your Flintstone vitamins. 10 million chews and chuffing. Same stuff. Heidi put him, because like he's actually kind of on the regimen that like a lot of the older kitties would get, because Heidi wasn't so worried about his weight. She was actually worried about some of his muscle definition. I'm saying just like, well, we got to give him some Flintstone vitamins just to help him out a little bit. What we got? Boomer, what are you doing? What you doing, Boom? Boom. Bim. 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 What you doing? He's over there watering. Yeah, you see Ko over there watering? What's going on with that? Why are you wanting to eat him? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Shark? Why are you being sharky? Quit that. You're better than that. You don't need to be like that. There was a little bit of a disagreement. Okay, Ra's it's weird. Ra's kind of in an okay mood right now, but like he's elevating. Like his pressure. Oh, there's that cool truck again. Cool truck. It's not my favorite color. I like the body style. The color is kind of whatever. You know what would be cool if it like dark brown with like sunset kind of stripe, but like old timey, you know, something that you could see rolling around the countryside like 1978. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, back to the original discussion before I so rudely interrupted myself with tangents. Melita, she's out. She's laying on the grass. She's ready. That I knew it. Again, if at first you don't succeed in one, just come back later. Come back sometimes even a little bit later, sometimes a lot of it later, but just keep coming back. All you need to be is successful once. For med distribution to be an overall success. And the reason I didn't throw it when she was in the pot is because I've seen it to where I have thrown it in the past and she didn't take the bait. She took it. There was one time she did. I'm like, okay, I might be able to do this again. I might be able to recreate these parameters. And then I tried it again. And then she's just like, you know, like, oh, fool me once. Can't get fooled again. kind of looks like the grass around here has been a little bit kind of mushed down. I wonder if she's been rolling. Hold on. Oh my gosh, look at this. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, I know. Flintstone vitamins are not candy. You said it was candy. That did not taste like candy. I said it was like candy. I didn't say it was candy. Okay? There's a difference. You gotta listen. Okay? I'm very careful with my words, Melita. You're not trying to get kind of all lawyer speak with a, with a child. I said it was like McDonald's. Bandito. We've got some good vine growth happening over here. I'm really happy about that, because that means that this area should stay better shaded during the summer. What a patootie. Look at this patootie right here. People are like, why is he talking about, the appropriateness of throwing meds? It's a dynamic, stuff like that. It's an operational dynamic. And it's a little bit more, I'm not going to say calculus, but it's a little bit more, like sometimes the parameters are difficult to quantify, and it's a little bit more abstract as to when you make decisions on these types of things. And it's an experience-based thing. And sometimes you'll have new staff or new volunteers or interns, and they see me doing something like that, and they're like, oh, I can do something like that too. And it's like, yeah, technically, but no, don't, like, please just try to do it the posted, listed way, because you don't yet possess a lot of the, again, difficult to quantify skill sets and experience, awareness that sometimes is necessary when making those kind of determination calls. And there's not, this is just represented like that. This is representative of a bunch of things in a place like this, where there's a lot of stuff that seems simple or seems like, oh, I can do that shortcut too. And it's like, no, you're a level 2 skill set. Like, that kind of shortcut can only be decided upon by like a level 7. You know what I mean? We have a lot of that. We have a few different things like that. And then the other thing too is that with, like, you have to think with the Kiara not taking the med, I'm in a much better position to be able to make decisions regarding, facility resources, even though it's this tiny little thing. But I can basically say, like, okay, I can take the risk, I can take the hit if she doesn't take it, and then, have to make a new one later. But I feel confident in this decision in this moment that she will. There's a lot of things in life that can be like that too. The decisions that are seemingly simple, usually they oftentimes have layers. They have layers underneath them. See, Luca is the last one. But we're gonna wait, because it just doesn't, the wind don't feel right, and he's not ready. So we'll come back. We'll come back later. Anyway, enough of this philosophizing about just obscure and super niche operational concepts within this, again, niche realm of cat ranching. Thanks for watching this episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hashtag Dorbus in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for all of your big cat goodness. And if you want to learn more about the facility around me, you can always visit the website, carerescuetexas.com, for more information. You keep those tigers fed. Big shout out to the extra fancy patrons. I see you. You are so fancy, and thank you so much for your continued support. We'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, there's a cat
cat that loves to squeak. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, there are cats with cute little feet. Oh, there are cats. Oh, there are cats with stripes and there are cats with manes. So let's watch as Derek walks around the combo tonight. Yeah.